Atul Lall, MD of Dixon Technologies, is joining us. Atul, great to speak with you. And I know we're going to only focus on the pre-festive season point of view. You can't talk about your numbers, etc. That is understood. But nevertheless, thank you, because we're just trying to understand what is the demand traction that you have been seeing at your end in all the different categories.
See, festive season is the most important season for consumer durable industry, and so is the case for Dixon. So undoubtedly, the second quarter is the largest quarter for the industry. We are in 9 businesses, and we are seeing extremely good traction in the smartphones, which is a large business for us. We're also seeing an upside on wearables. We're also seeing positive growth in televisions. In lighting, I'm seeing normal situation. In washing machine, it's slightly subdued on the semi-automatic side, but extremely good growth in fully automatic top loading. So that's the situation. I'm very sure with Navratris kicking in from today, it's going to be a good season for the industry.
Mr. Lall, you know, what we've actually seen over the past few months and past few quarters is that home electronics specifically is one of those sectors and segments which hasn't been as, upbeat as compared to several of the other segments. I reckon that to a certain extent, the slackness in semi-rural areas as well as to tier 2 towns, the demand has not been as substantial. Do you think that the upcoming festive season could potentially change that? What are your partners giving you an idea of? What kind of traction are you seeing? What kind of feedback are you getting from your partners here?
You see, in home electronics, undoubtedly, television as a category is under pressure. The demand has been subdued. Festive season, there is definitely an uptick, but on an overall basis, the demand has been subdued. In washing machines, as I just shared with you, the demand for top loading, which is more premium kind of product, has definitely been extremely positive and good. We entered a new category of refrigerators in which within 4 months, we are hitting almost 90-95% of our capacity utilization. So I think it's a mixed kind of a bag. In wearables, demand this year has definitely recovered. So I think it's kind of mixed kind of a bag. In certain product categories, it's good. Premiumization is happening. It's supporting the demand in that particular product category in those domains. In some of them, like televisions, overall as a category, the demand is subdued.
Mr. Lall, what about the mobile segment? That's, of course, the mainstay. And just to take off from what you said in your first response to us, that festive season is important for a lot of companies, including for Dixon. If I were to ask you to hive off contribution to annual revenue just coming in from, or sales coming in from festive season, what would that number look like? And then give us a bit of a sense of what's happening on the mobile segment.
So responding to the second part of your question first, mobile segment for us is the largest piece in our revenue contribution. And we have had a tremendous run in this particular domain in the current year. There has been extremely aggressive growth. The order book is very, very healthy. We've had a good run. The contribution of the festive period, which I consider almost 4 months, from July to October, in Dixon's case would be almost 38 to 40%. It's a large contributor to our annual revenues.
Okay. I'm just wondering if there is any impact at all that you're seeing of the new iPhone launches. I know you make all the others, all the major ones, but since we keep hearing that that's like a super hit product and their sales are booming, I'm just wondering if there's any impact for you at all.
Well, we are practically servicing all the major brands in the Android ecosystem. And what I see is that their sales is extremely, extremely robust. So I know that there are reports of iPhone success. Now, is it having any impact on the Android ecosystem sales? and we are associated with practically all the brands. I don't think so. I think all of them are doing extremely good in the current season.
Okay. I would want to talk to you about laptops. You have 4 major brands now, and we spoke, Mr. Lall, just a day before I think your 4th brand was announced. So now you have 4 major brands. Has the appetite been, encouraging as far as you are seeing for this segment?
So it's a very large addressable market.
Yeah.
We appreciate the market size in India is almost $10 billion. And for us, it's going to be the next trigger of growth. A new campus is being set up in Chennai. We have an aggressive target for launching commercial production there in Q4 of the current fiscal. And we have all the top 4 brands with us. We have HP, we have Lenovo, we have Acer, and now we have Asus. So we are targeting to start production for most of them in Q4 of this year or Q1 of the next fiscal year. We are extremely bullish on this particular category. A lot of work needs to be done. It is not a simple product line for any company, but we are extremely gung-ho about this particular product category.
In terms of demand coming in for laptops, and let me add wearables to that as well.
So what my sense is that demand in this particular product has not been very aggressive in the current fiscal. But from Dixon's perspective, we enter into this as a new category. So any incremental revenues is a significant positive for us. And since we are a B2B company, the main focus for us, apart from being a part of growth categories, is to get a larger share of the customer's wallet and also keep on acquiring new customers. So I'm fairly confident that this is going to be an important domain for us.
As you see your clients and customers going up the value chain, and based on the kind of partners that you are working with right now, do you think that in the long run, what sort of an impact can we see in your operating margins on a consolidated basis? And at what point in time, a year down the line, a couple of years down the line, do we see a meaningful improvement in your operating margins?
You see, EMS industry globally, if you compare us, we are operating at similar margin profiles as our peers do, not only in India, but globally. So I can't talk much about it because this is a silent period. But please be rest assured that absolute numbers growth is going to be extremely good. When you look at margin as a percentage, it's going to be in a similar range.
Okay, thank you so much, Atul Lall, for speaking with us, and wish you a happy festive season as we are for all of our viewers.
Thank you.
So Dixon Tech talking about how this is a very important, part of the segment for them. In fact, contribution of festive period to revenues between July and October is nearly 40% just for Dixon Tech, and that's a good parameter. They are in 7 to 8 categories, so can't think of anyone better to really come out there and tell us what they're expecting from the festive season.